Alright, y'all, what's good? I ain't even about to ask, because you already know what's up. Welcome back to the Dragon's Lair. As you can see, your boy just got off work, finally got a job. For my last video, if you're new, I was looking for work. Ended up getting a job that same week, Friday. Bow. Thank the Most High. Just wanted to do a quick video. I tried to do this a while ago, and it wouldn't upload. And I'm trying to do it right now that I got off work, because as soon as I start winding down, I'm not gonna do it and go straight to sleep. My ass has been out in the sun all day. As you can see, I'm orange, bright orange, sun-kissed and whatnot. But we're just gonna jump right into it. So today I'm gonna talk about 3 different ways, or I guess 3 different ways you could see the dragon as how the dragon represents sexual energy. So we all know, well, I guess the easiest one to start off with is Dragon Ball Z. You got Goku, who is the savior of Earth, who's a Super Saiyan and whatnot, and he has to collect the 7 Dragon Balls. I like to attribute the 7 Dragon Balls to the 7 chakras, because it's kind of the same thing. When you collect all the Dragon Balls, you can summon Shinron, the magic dragon, and you get 1 wish. Same thing with your chakras. When you unlock all your chakras by cultivating your sexual energy, you use that energy. That energy rises like a dragon up to the kingdom, and divine thoughts, divine ideas, divine epiphanies. Pretty much, it's like it helps you to have things go in your favor. Not like you're doing it on purpose. It's just once you have that energy stored up, it starts to work for you. It starts to flow in ways that will benefit you and to keep it going and to keep you on that path, because the Most High favors his warriors, or its warriors, who are on the path of self-preservation, self-cultivation, self-realization. So in that sense, Dragon Ball Z is a lot like, you can attribute it to semen retention, or vital force retention. So yeah, that's one way. The other way is like the old fairy tale story of, you got a dragon who is kind of terrorizing the town, just running amok, not really tamed, or it's still a wild beast. And it takes the noble knight, the knight with morals, and next to it's usually the king's right-hand man or whatever, or sometimes the actual king is the one to go and deal with the dragon. I like to say the king, because the king is the one who's in charge of protecting the kingdom. It's not just some guy. The depiction of kings that we get is the guy sitting back sitting on his throne, telling everybody to go do this and whatnot. But I think the higher version of a king is the one who's on the front line with all his men, with all his warriors. So I like to say the king goes down. He is guided by the wind through the forest or whatever, to the dragon's lair. You can attribute the wind that is guiding the king as your breath, as the breathing. So when you breathe, your attention follows the breath deep into your lungs. And if you do yoga and meditation or qigong or something like that, your awareness goes a lot deeper than just physical in your lungs. You can actually feel this kind of it's a sensation. I don't want to get into too much detail, because for everybody it's gonna be different. So you may feel burning sensation, you may feel tingling, you may feel one thing one day, one thing another day. So I'm not really going to go into how I feel it, but a sensation will be felt the more you practice breathing and bringing in prana and vital force energy. And your attention, which is the king, um, it follows down into the dragon's lair, deep into the earth, where dragons are said to reside. They live in the earth, and when the earth is in trouble, under chaos and stuff, the dragons come out to protect the earth. They're the great protectors of nature. So the king follows the breathing down to the dragon's lair, and once it's there, it's not like he goes down and it's like an all-out war right away. It communicates with the dragon, kind of like Lord of the Rings. When they get to the dragon's lair, he actually has a conversation with the dragon first before, I forget how the movie goes, and then the dragon ends up fucking everybody up pretty much. But once you reach the dragon, once you reach this energy and it's cultivated to a point to where your attention is really grounded in your sacral, in your lower chakras, to be able to these urges will come up as like thoughts, lustful thoughts, or thoughts of wanting to fulfill, like with hunger, eating, any kind of quick pleasure that you can get. Those things come up, and those are the things that you start to learn how to curb and direct the energy in a different way. You see it, you acknowledge it, you embrace it, and understand that this is a way that you've been for a while, that we've all been programmed through people around us, through society and stuff we see on TV and music, the stuff that they want to push, the propaganda of things that they know they can use to enslave people. And once you start to change the course of that energy in that direction, you say, no, I'm not gonna dive into that and waste this energy, or I'm not gonna dive into eating my face off and being kind of drunk because you're so full and then just like lethargic. Then those neural pathways that cause those thoughts to pop up and that cause those hormones to be released to make you feel like you have to do that, those neural pathways and those neurons start to wither away. That's how your brain operates. It literally, the brain will start reforming itself. So after a while of doing this, you'll eventually have a whole new brain, have a whole new network of neurons and electricity going through your brain. It'll be firing in a different way, which will foster these divine thoughts, and clarity will bring real pure thoughts into your life, into your being. And you can choose to just leave it alone, or you can embody the thoughts and actually take action. That's when they're more powerful, when you can actually take action and put those thoughts into reality by your choice, because this is your vessel, this is your temple, and you choose to I know a lot of people say, a lot of the semen retention guys talk about being chosen ones and whatnot, and people ask, oh, how do you know if you're a chosen one? You know if you're a chosen one when you choose to do the work, when you choose the right path that you know, the path that you know is going to help you to grow and flow and to know. So so in a sense, it kind of seems like it's not like the dragon is defeated in a way, but the dragon does change once the king has communed with it enough, and he's spent enough time with it to where they understand each other, to where the dragon actually trusts him to hop on his back, and they become a team after that. And when you become a team with the dragon, with your vital force, you'll pretty much be unstoppable. Imagine being a king who went to a cave and found a dragon and no one's ever seen a dragon or whatever, um, at that point you'll be kind of the highest being at that point. Everyone will look up to you, everyone will have your best interest at heart. They want you to be the protector of they'll trust you to be their protector. And it's not about really being people's protector, but that's the kind of things that come with it. You just have this light about you that people will just be open to, really just be open to. And that's what it's really all about. It's just being able to, it's not about everybody agreeing with you, but if they can stay open, then that's pretty much the goal, because they can come back later. It'll be something that can continually loop, and maybe they won't take it the first time, but the maybe third time, or they'll have to go through a couple more crises in their life to really bite down and be like, okay, this is something that I really want to do. This is something that I see this guy over here, he's a king, he's riding a dragon. Excuse the fucking ghetto bird right now. Every time I seem to want to do this stuff, people start walking around, fucking dogs start barking, crows in the background. Like, these are those things that I've dealt with that kind of push them. They're reflecting in the outer world now, trying to keep me distracted. But we gonna keep flowing, cause ain't no other way. So once you've tamed the dragon per se, then the dragon becomes your ally, and then you are unstoppable pretty much. And the whole thing about grabbing the reins of your life and steering the dragon in your direction of what you want to accomplish or anything. Being more compassionate towards people, keeping the ego to a point where it is not about a self-serving thing. It's more about, how can I serve others? How can I serve other people in my life, and have this energy benefit us all? That's the goal, in my opinion, at least, to be able to serve others appropriately, and to know and to be able to discern the appropriate action and appropriate words for the conversation or whatever. That's the real goal for me, at least. I guess another, let's see, I guess I can attribute it to this movie called Dragonheart, and the main kind of aspect of that movie is that there's a dragon who can talk, and he befriends one of the knights, I think. It was a long time ago that I seen that movie, but he becomes friends with the dragon. The dragon fights alongside of him. Some people are trying to take over the kingdom or something, and every time someone or some group of hoodlums or whatever, the opposite side, are trying to cause mayhem, the dragon lifts up his scales right over his heart, and he exposes his heart, like, and does this, and then everybody just is calm all of a sudden. Like, they just are neutralize this chaos that's flowing from them. And I find that very triggering, because once the dragon, the vital force energy, reaches your heart, you can actually feel like this opening that you can do as well. When you open your heart, when someone is being very rigid or negative towards you, when that heart space opens, because the energy flows up, instead of staying down there and you want to do the fight or flight thing, it'll rise up, and then your heart will open, and you'll feel more of a pure response come from it, and this response will neutralize the person. I've experienced this at work already. Like, when I first got the job, I was out there. I wasn't supposed to park in the lot where the main office is, And when we were starting to get to work, they had to move some stuff out of the way of this Connex to get their tools, and my car was still in the way. And I went over to get my car because I noticed that they were trying to get inside the Connex. One of the guys, the main guys, was like joking around kind of, but in a mean way, like telling some guy, go get the forklift and get this shit out of here and whatever. And yeah, everybody laughed or whatever. I went to lift up my hood and replug my battery because my fucking brake light won't stay off. And he said something to me, and I said about my car, and I explained to him in a real quick way, just my battery, I had to unplug my battery or something and whatnot. Anyway, my response completely, like, I don't want to say it shut him down, but his energy shifted because I didn't respond in a way he thought I was going to respond, I guess, or a way that people normally respond to his antics. I responded in a different way, and he had to readjust himself because he realized how he was being, and I guess it took him back inside himself for a little bit, like, wait a minute, what am I, this kid is on to something or whatever. Like, it kind of felt like that, and he had to check himself. And it's just like things like that, like to where you don't gotta check people when your response is so pure and so, okay, I don't care, like, whatever, it's not a big deal. People will check themselves, and they'll know they can't play these games that they play with other people around you, because now you have the light and you see through all the things that they're trying to do, or their loops of patterns that they have going that seem to work for them up until they meet you, a sovereign being, a retainer, cultivator. I don't even want to be saying the same words as all the other semen retention channels, because it's really about self-control and self-discipline, getting back to ways that we used to be when we were children, before we figured out about sex or masturbation, because once you figure out that and you start doing it all the time, now you're holding on to that instead of what you were holding on to before, which might have been like going outside to play or going to go meet up with friends or something like that. It's like the world or whoever introduced you to the stuff that caused you to deplete yourself, caused you to let go of your purity and grab onto that because, ooh, that's new, that's a new feeling, that's kind of feels good, so then you keep doing it. But later on in life, if you're fortunate enough to be able to see, like most people are these days, then you'll be able to let go of that and re-pick up what you let go of a long time ago as a kid. That's something else I want to talk about maybe in another video, but when I started doing this, a lot of memories and a lot of feelings that I used to feel and ways that I used to think when I was little start to come back, and just makes life more vibrant. Like, it's hard to explain, you have to experience it yourself, but you'll start to see it reflect itself back, and it'll remind you. It's all about remembering who you are. It's all about remembering what you are, and which is an eternal being. You're young in the flesh, but you're ancient in your soul, ancient in spirit. And this is about remembering that and getting back to that being your basis. You don't want to deplete the ancient being. I mean, I don't really believe you can deplete your spirit, but you can deplete your soul, which is around the spirit. The spirit is the seed, and the soul is the aura of the seed of the spirit. And that aura of the spirit can be depleted through different things or whatever. But just wanted to do that quick video. I just thought it was pretty cool. I'm gonna do another one with Naruto, because how Naruto has how the Jinchuriki have tailed beasts or super powerful beings inside of them that they can use, and also Demon Slayer with their total concentration breathing and stuff like that. It's stuff that just came to me as I started this journey, and now it's making more sense how those little stories and how they're kind of bringing spirituality to anime and the new kind of style of anime or whatever. But yeah, I'll make that 20 minutes now, so I feel like that's a good time. I'll see you guys on the next video. This has been Brian from the Dragon's Lair. Salute to your spirit, and may we continue to grow and continue to know. Peace.